Good day, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays, where we play the games and do the voices. I had to think then, because I was like, wait a minute, we have a catchphrase.
I heard the pause and Pete's forgot what the phrase is.
Yeah, so anyway, on the last episode, basically, we found a bell with a very pleasing shape outside a room, and inside said, we met a Russian sailor chap, and then we went into the room.
Villain Bolshevik.
No, wasn't it? No, it was Biff Stroganoff.
Oh, that's sorry. Yes, that's right.
Stroganoff.
And then
Biff Stroganoff.
We went into the room with our good old friend Herlock Sholmes, and we
Who could forget him?
We found another Russian person.
There's a lot of Russians on this.
Wielding a pair of scissors, basically wanting us to go away.
Not very happy that we're in his cabin.
Yeah, and so that's basically that. So without further ado, we're going to jump in. But just before we do, if you like what we do, why don't you hit that like button and subscribe to us so that you can see more of our future content. It really helps us out. And now that's out the way, I'm Pete.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Taylor.
Let's get in there.
Whoa now.
Whoa now.
Whoa, pal. What do you mean?
Number one. Number one.
Oh dear.
You're true. Oh, I've totally lost it. Oh dear. We've this is not going well.
Rewind.
Your true identity
is that of a villain.
Herlock, what happened to your voice?
Iris isn't in it yet. Like, you know what I mean? That's not fair.
Taylor volunteered himself to be Iris now.
Your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you're about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not?
Knit.
And number two, the conclusion I have drawn. You are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not?
Naruhodo-san, I have never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes.
That was a great deduction.
Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person.
Oh, they look pretty shifty now. They're like,
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes,
shit.
very much.
What? What's an ineffable twaddle?
I love that. Ineffable twaddle.
Side note: the American has no idea what the hell ineffable twaddle means.
Basically, he's talking a load of rubbish. Twaddle is like slang for like, oh, stop talking rubbish, you silly thing. It's just a load of twaddle.
Yes.
I haven't heard that word for a long time, actually. Oh, yes. I have read about it countless times in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes.
No, Sarah. No.
No.
The Adventures of Herlock
Sholmes!
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't you
Herlock
do
Sholmes!
it. We need to actually get through the game.
It's hard to do in her voice. And now we have experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. This is like a dream come true.
I suppose that's a word for it. I can hardly believe it, but all the color has drained from Mr. Roylott's face. Although, with that being said, about 3/4 of it is being covered by beard, so I can't even guess, really.
And a Yashanka.
It looks like somehow both of Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right.
How could...
Oh,
hey.
Nope, that's your line.
Excuse me. That is my line.
Do you see these scissors?
I got you. How could you...
How could I possibly know such things, you wish to say? Very well, then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. so do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning.
Oh no.
Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together.
Oh, jolly good. The great
On the pipe.
deduction. The game is afoot.
The game is afoot.
Topic 1. Old man's identity.
Old man's identity.
So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously. What catches the eye in the first place?
Where did this spotlight come from?
Is the enormous pair of shears in your hand.
No, I don't.
Now, we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement?
Nothing.
The answer, of course, is staring us right in the face. Is staring us in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now, moving on. The way it slides around.
Where are you getting this spotlight? I am so confused.
His hair like
He's just like doing like the
crossed
Michael
Yuri on Ice.
Jackson moonwalk.
Oh, okay, yeah, Michael Jackson, or you like Yuri on Ice, maybe. The question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? I myself am quite partial to beards and wish in fact that I could grow one, but alas, the poor hairs on my face will not grow.
I wish my beard looked like that, honestly. Well, that might be a little too bushy. That might get a little unmanageable. That's like more of a soup catcher at that point.
Yes.
A borscht catcher, perhaps.
Borscht
Oh,
catcher.
borscht catcher.
Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter.
What?
Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper. In particular, the fascinating front page article. Which it would appear you have read also, Mr. Roylott.
Really? It kind of just looks like a mess of jumbled words from this distance.
I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The
no,
evidence
that's
that
not
reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard.
Well, yes, but doesn't really look like his.
His flourishes, my
I
goodness.
did not ask for light show.
So it comes across quite effeminate, actually.
Yeah.
Having noticed the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, villain Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. I've only heard of a certain someone called Herlock Sholmes!
Revolutionary on the run.
Now, as for my second conclusion, you are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime? Over here. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you, the eye speaks so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth.
Susato, can you even see his eyes?
The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls.
Da, da, da.
The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare.
No, I refuse.
What could you possibly be
Will you stop
concealing?
putting this spotlight on?
Will you stop playing with the lights? What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask?
My underpantsy.
My.
Sorry.
Unterpantsy!
I know it's just that the way you said that, just the word. I just wasn't like underpants or my, you know, whatever, fine, but unterpantsy I just wasn't expecting. By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps.
Oh.
One slight enough to fit therein.
That's a very small case. Don't be absurd.
I mean, don't forget that. I mean, Ryunosuke hid.
Yeah, but it was a lot bigger case.
Yeah, but he's a big boy. Whereas
That's tiny!
Well, he's
I mean,
suggesting
Pearl
that an
might
Ikko
be
girl-
able to fit in there if she shrank herself, but
Yeah.
Have you never seen The Masked Magician? Where do those assistants go? They fit in tiny boxes in the
She's
bottom of
very
wardrobes.
Good contortionist, then.
And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the travelling case? Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless... see, I don't know that one.
Coup de whale?
Coup de duel? Coup de...
Duel?
Coup de
Duel?
duel? Yeah, I don't know that one. Sorry. Your careless Doyle. Doyle.
Doily.
It's obviously not us. Your careless coup d'oeil, I guess. I'm just gonna... Sorry, guys. Betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Ah, yes. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. For there is another, most stimulating article. If you get what I mean. Wink, wink. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page... Ooh, yes. My favorite.
Now you're talking.
That's it. Now you're talking. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet.
prima ballerina.
Prima ballerina. Prima ballerina. That's why did you I'm gonna say it again.
You said prima.
Renowned prima. All right, fine. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is NIKOLINA PAVLOVA.
Da 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 da. Kidnapping of a young ballerina.
Yes, you've really caught my looks in that picture. Really captured my
This is
Susato.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma, Elemensky.
Oh, for God's sake. For God's sake. Elemensky.
I like Susato's face like, wait a second.
Susato-san, that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Because that was postulated based on nothing but wishes, hopes, and dreams.
Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that... it did seem a little different somehow.
He's just Gilderoy Lockhart.
Yes! Yes!
Actually, yeah, that's quite a good
Yeah,
one.
that is quite a good likening, I will say.
Yeah. Next thing, you're gonna have no bones
sorry.
in a second, so be careful.
Oh, God.
Just drink this, it's fine.
Drink Scally-Grow,
dear.
you'll be
Well,
fine.
At least you'll be fine.
You won't feel
I mean,
anything.
yeah, the arm isn't broken now.
That's it.
Yeah.
Arm can't be broken if it don't got no bones. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes. Could you come over here for a moment?
No, I don't mind if I do. Plod.
Hello.
Plod. Ah, yes. Pray, what can I do for you?
It's about your, deductions. Would you mind?
Not at all. Go on. Please continue talking about me.
Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but these two men look nothing like each other.
Ah, you're thinking about the fact that this one has a long face and that one does not, yes? Well, perhaps they just went into Photoshop, they dragged a selection box around themselves, and they just shrunk it a little bit.
Photoshop existed in these days, darling.
Perhaps they went through a mangle. Ah, yes. I recall our discussion earlier, and at the time, I believe I told you
Flashback. No.
that the man is a revolutionary. Well able to revolutionize his own appearance.
In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott does look more like this man than you do.
That's not the point.
I mean, it's funny, yeah, because seeing it in that particular image, that portrait, looks even less.
Yeah.
like it.
And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina.
Indeed, a truly startling revelation.
I scared myself when I discovered it.
At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman.
Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case.
Hey, Mr. Nick! Mr. Nick, what are you doing? I don't want to go in the case!
Oh, Jesus Christ. We just need to prove a point, Pearl. Shush! Just shush a minute and get in the case.
This is for court demonstration!
It's just like, Mr. Wright, this does look an awful lot like child abuse.
Even if you pushed really hard!
Oh dear.
That's what she said.
Oh no. I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she?
I mean, it's also worth noting that all of this talk about Pearl. I mean, Pearl wasn't 5. She was like 11.
9.
Oh, 9, sorry. That was it. So, I mean, yeah. You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15.
Holy, whoa, she's well developed for a 50-year-old. Looking at that.
No, oh wait, that's the wrong one. Yeah, I can believe it.
I suppose.
What was the name of the girl from the Big Berry Circus?
Regina.
Regina.
Yeah. I'm getting some Regina vibes.
Getting some bad vibes.
Well, as long as she doesn't turn out to be like in love
with a
like,
ventriloquist.
whatever. Anyway, let's move on swiftly, without looking back.
Yes.
No, I didn't know. How could I?
Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be... Oh dear.
That's a weird way of putting it.
Oh no.
It'd just be like her arms, like her head, just her head in the case. All the rest of her would be sticking
Oh
out.
boy. Oh, this line. Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case.
Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies.
What? Vinegar?
For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case.
I have several questions.
Oh dear. You might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes.
This whole thing is turning into a circus.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking of the ballerina. No.
No, no.
That's a joke that no one's gonna get.
Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deduction just now.
They're dead wrong?
They seem to be utter twaddle.
I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of the matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seems a little off.
No, really? Do you think? Your idea of a little may be a little off itself, Miss Susato.
It's just one or two key words in his deduction that seem to let him down.
Oh yes, a proper Mad Lib, isn't it?
So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives? What do you think?
Switch some key words in his deductions. That sounds suspiciously like a gameplay mechanic.
But can you spell knife?
Oh, God. Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction.
Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. Genius! What a wonderful idea!
Glad I thought of it. This man is a lot of work.
At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me.
Funny, I was just thinking the same thing.
Yes. Oh, yes, I'm
It's
so
not
funny.
that funny, really. It's not, because it's the truth.
And you, my good fellow,
Sorry?
take a moment to look at your wrists.
Oh no, not this animation again. My wrists?
Oh,
Oh!
where are your handcuffs?
Oh dear. Huh? How did...
I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction.
I don't believe it!
Yes, they also call me Mr. Harry Houdini. I suppose it should... Oh no, I was going to swap the first letters, but Harry and Houdini.
You can't.
Darling.
If you swap them round, it spells Harry
Darling,
Houdini.
do you need to go to bed?
Maybe. You can't do a Herlock Sholmes on him.
No. Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel.
I suppose it'd have to be Houdini Harry.
Houdini Harry,
Yep. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished.
Oh good. I was so worried. I mean, I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this.
So, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular.
Right then, let's see if we can cut through some of this nonsense.
Hold it!
Okay then, so the dubious-looking Russian Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place. Click.
What is going
this
on with
again.
these legs?
Is the enormous pair of
Shears.
in your hand. Now, we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us right in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport.
Done.
Whoa, what's this? Why can't I move?
What is going on? I'm not so sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard?
I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though. Can confirm, if you're trying to cut away your entire beard using scissors, don't do it. Get a razor or a clipper. Don't do it. Bad idea.
Bad idea. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either.
Which means, I suppose, that the deduction is wrong. I'm shocked.
Let's just
Shocked,
try.
I say.
Let's try to switch a key word here, Naruhodo-san, and see if it helps matters.
All right, but how?
I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylott.
I wonder if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on.
Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction better,
Then what?
then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san.
Oh, goody. Why am I the one to do something about this?
Because you're the
Well,
protagonist.
anyway. The what? Let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around in that last sentence. What exactly was Mr. Roylott really going to use those enormous shears for?
Oh, here we are. We've got the power of camera.
Ooh.
Oh, well, blonde hair behind is suspicious.
It's a big scarf, isn't it? It's not hair, it's a scarf. Everybody knows. It's a very clearly
What? Why are you
golden
looking
locks.
around me? Get away from me.
Don't you touch my behind. That's naughty.
Yes!
Whoa. You don't have to break the camera. Whoa.
Oh, here we go. Mr. Smug. Oh, no, you're doing it. Why does everyone have control of lights but not me?
It really is turning into Yuri on Ice. I'm just waiting for him and Sholmes to
Look
get
at
together
that
and start spinning
freaking
around.
smug expression. Is that like Mr. Smug there?
It's where Nick gets it from.
Yes.
You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport.
Indeed. You have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose, but I thought I'd leave you to do it so that so that you feel like you're actually contributing something. Such lush, golden hair certainly does not befit an old man.
You're not a man at all.
What,
You're a
from the
woman.
From the hair.
And judging
Do not assume my gender.
and judging from the length and sheen of your hair,
Have you ever been to a rock concert, Ryunosuke? You can find
what's a
lots.
rocket concert?
He's never been to Download Festival.
No.
One still very much in her youth.
Oh, no.
Oh, shucks.
If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected.
The question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification.
Which means you're going to leave me to do it, aren't you?
The evidence that reveals your true identity is the I don't know what because I didn't get
Because I didn't get a chance to read it, god damn it.
The article of the Revolutionary.
Thank you, Sarah.
Well, that was a shock. I had no idea that old man was really a young woman in disguise. Did you?
Wait, did you? Don't just be quiet.
What? Why are you staring at me like that?
Yes, it was a surprise.
You knew!
San.
She knew. If she
It looks like it.
why didn't she say anything? Oh dear.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? She's jealous.
I was gonna say yeah.
Jealous.
I like how she's going. You're enjoying this, aren't you? As he just like spins around on the spot and starts clicking his fingers.
Yeah.
Snapping like it's a Grease musical.
Yeah.
Sorry?
You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room. You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing the facts with Mr. Sholmes.
I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything, Backer. This is strictly business, not
Yes, I understand. Say no more.
Well, anyway, let's focus on this next part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now.
No, that's true, given that Mr. Roylott is actually a woman.
Exactly. He, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary.
Well, I mean, you say can't possibly. I mean, it's possible.
I suppose it's because the deduction has taken a different direction now.
Yes.
Let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them.
For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. I feel as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like that recently. All right, I'll do my best. It's the prima ballerina.
Are you taking the mic? Are you taking the mic?
Slightly. Yes!
Broke another camera.
The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina.
Ah, that's that's right. You've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear
This is getting really annoying.
we are finally able to address you by your true name.
Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novovich Ballet's prima ballerina. Watch out.
Miss NIKOLINA PAVLOVA.
Whoa! And then she stabbed herself with the.
this-
Oh no!
Oh my god! Jesus!
Jeez.
Oh my god!
Wow, they went in deep.
Yeah!
Now I am dead.
Oh,
Oh.
madam, please.
Bring.
You're
She leaves
right.
the now pierced Ushanka on, though.
Yes. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova.
Pavlova.
But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone.
Case closed.
A ballerina on the one. Dun da da.
Well, she'll have taken the diamond tiara.
Now, now, as for my second conclusion, you are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime? Over there. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you, the eye speaks so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case.
This woman is the ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes. So clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well. Unless this is taking a sci-fi turn.
No, that's right.
What is
Seems
sci-fi, Naruhodo-san?
It seems she wasn't abducted at all.
In which case, what is the crime this young woman is apparently committing? I can see I'm going to have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again.
You seem to look pleased, Naruhodo-san.
No!
Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes?
No! Stop it! Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to.
Oh. Do 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 do. Oh no, this way. Da da. Dun dun dun.
So it's the tiara.
The tiara. I like that we haven't been able to see the tiara this whole time though.
Didn't advance the text far enough, Pete.
No, but I mean,
The proof
in the
of your
room.
crime. No, I was just sat behind the chair.
Yeah.
The proof of your crime is surely this tiara.
I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novovich Ballet, is it not? Ah, yes. Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in the newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. Good.
Otherwise known as 5
Gracious.
American dollars.
Probably.
or 3 shillings and a sixpence. In summary,
The crime you have committed is theft.
Oh no.
yes, you left your ballet troupe unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you.
I like that the Ushanka just fell down over her eyes.
I have no one, no family, no friends. I am alone, and I need the money.
Yes, but you see, don't you know, stealing is still wrong, regardless of personal circumstance.
But I did not steal the tiara. That was the wrong accent.
I did not steal the tiara. It was not me.
Rab from Dragon Quest XI asks Echoes of an Elusive Age? When did you...
It was not me who stole the tiara.
It was near me who stole the tiara,
That's
laddie.
it. It was near me.
Have you quite finished?
Aye, go on, laddie. It'll be fine.
It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia. It belongs to me.
Uh-oh.
This girl is only 15 years old. She's run away all by herself.
Look at that pouty face. She's pouting like a teenager.
Very pouty.
She must have been extremely lonely.
All right, I will tell you everything. There is no point trying to hide it now.
It all started with a ventriloquist dummy.
Come. Come, let us not be hasty.
What?
There remains one unsolved mystery about you.
Sholmes, she was about to tell us a story.
Mystery? What do you mean?
You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed.
I do not wish for
Even
you to see my
Unterpanzig.
underwear.
Even after having disclosed the tiara to us. And I am most very curious. And if there's one thing people know about me, Miss Pavlova, it's that when I'm curious, I find out what I need to know. You get me? Love. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there's no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, and it's not underwear I'm interested in. Even before I have ever laid eyes on them. Dear me. We're not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Oh, for God's sake, that... your careless... betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes. The reason you refuse to open your case is written in the books on the shelf, obviously. God, I'm a moron.
He's completely changed tack with his deduction now.
God.
I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you?
He's making a complete
Maybe, but
cock-up
why
of
has
it.
he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all this? It's just a wild guess, surely.
Do you think so?
Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her.
I mean, do you think it was perhaps something that was on the bookshelf that she's put in the case?
Is it not the little statuette, maybe?
The statue's at the
No,
top
the
of the shelf,
statue
though.
is
You
there.
can see it.
Yes, that's true. But still, Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself.
Then there has to be another reason why she won't open her case. Giggity. It must be somewhere in the same area if that's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn.
Geese.
I agree. That's the only answer.
Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase.
Gaze.
Gaze.
Her gaze.
I can't say it in British, laddie.
It's just the
Gaze.
same. It's just gaze.
Gaze.
Is it the rules of passage? Is it the small picture? Or the books on the shelf?
I'm gonna guess the picture then.
Or the door? Could be the door she's looking at. Wait. The rules of passage, I guess. Let's try that one.
These are the rules of passage. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Burya?
Burya, I think.
Burya.
Burya.
Burya. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
Right, and remember that the case like jumped up and like it like bounced
does
about,
she have
didn't
a
it?
pet?
She'll have a pet.
Yeah.
That or a small child. Either.
Oh, is that what the speckled band's gonna be? Is it gonna be a monkey that plays the cymbals?
I don't know. Not a clue.
There was exactly the same notice in our cabin, too. I wonder what happens if you break the rules.
Oh dear. I'm sure the punishment would be severe, Naruhodo-san.
Yes, instant beheading.
Oh Christ. You'd probably be left to drift in the freezing cold ocean.
Wow.
You break the
Jeez.
rules, they just throw you overboard immediately. It's like, fend for yourself! You ruined it!
Or shut inside a tiny wardrobe for days on end.
Oh, that doesn't seem too bad. I've been doing it.
Hey. So I've actually been serving time for weeks now, have I?
Oh no, is it not? Oh, hang on. So, I think that one. Oop. Maybe.
Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passage, if you will. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
Ah, yes. That is indeed what I was pointing to, not the bookshelf, so that you know. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden. From carriage on this vessel. I am most certain. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents.
Oh, there we go.
Good show remembering that detail, Pete, because I forgot the case was jumping.
Yeah.
I remembered something
Ooh.
special.
As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time. But no weapon or other dangerous item would move of its own accord.
Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case. Is the last item
The last
as
item listed as forbidden. No,
Oh my
we're supposed
God.
to read it at the same time.
It's hard.
It's the last
item
All right.
listed as forbidden
Okay.
in the vessel's.
No. We got to do it properly.
But we're
All right.
literally in opposite sides of the world.
3, 2,
2, 1. Is the last
item
item listed as forbidden?
We're never going to be able to do this. We're never going
All
to.
right, we will. I have faith.
There's a 1
Okay.
second delay between what we say, so it's literally going to have to be that we just say it. We're going to go 3, 2, 1 and just say it. So, 3,
Okay.
2, 1.
Is the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage a pet?
It's close. I mean, maybe it'll vaguely line up in both. But
editing Pete screaming.
because there's like 1 second delay between us,
Yeah,
so we
there is.
cannot do it like perfectly live.
Let me adjust
Let me adjust my hat really quickly, and then I don't want to look bad in front of everybody.
Possession of a prohibited animal. Oh no, not. Oh, thank goodness.
Deduction complete.
Elementary.
I did it. So clearly you aren't who you said you were.
No, I am not Grimsby Roylott. My real name is NIKOLINA PAVLOVA. Everything you said was correct.
You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland.
For God's sake.
That's a 10.
Ah,
Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel.
Which couldn't have been easy. The Beria is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed?
In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter.
Well, that's a bit sexist, isn't it?
My personal recommendation is to leave well alone.
So, if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin?
That veritable tinkling of a bell. Why, none other than this young lady, naturally.
More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me.
I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself. So no one would recognize me.
No! Wait! You don't think she's like looking in a mirror, practicing being disgusted with herself. So she looks at herself in the mirror and goes,
Oh, no.
and that's what it.
Oh, that's cruel.
That would be so funny.
As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man. I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then, just before you came in here, I saw the newspaper. Right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearances completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all of my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and
at that precise moment, we barged in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door.
things happen like that sometimes, don't they?
Things do indeed happen like that from time to time.
Are those two even talking about the same thing?
There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case?
And I hope you've put some air holes in there. Or is that the reason why it's thrashing? Desperate for oxygen.
You were right. It is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew.
Your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us in as much detail as you can muster about the events of last night.
Yes, all right. I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, wasn't it something Mr. Sholmes' great... Oh, sorry. Wasn't it something Mr. Sholmes' great deduction?
It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible.
But what has she agreed to tell us?
Oh, no, don't do that.
Indeed, it is incredible.
Would you stop doing that?
Incredible.
Incredible. And one more thing.
Oh, yes? What?
Observe your wrists.
My...
God dang it!
Your hands are cuffed again?
What? But how?
True to my word, I have restored your shackles.
Oh, good. That's such a relief. When? And why?
There is still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo.
I myself am still quite suspicious of you, actually.
I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment.
Can't it? Really?
Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was.
Yeah, to be honest, it is puzzling me, that one.
But what was the speckled band?
Are you being serious this time?
No.
Oh, god dang it, Taylor. We've got to be
Are we going to have to recall the story of the boy who cried wolf here? Again.
Okay.
Pete started it. All right, let's see what the friend is. I want to see what's in the case.
I'm sorry, I'd already clicked. I'll do the next.
Did
I'll
you
do the
know
friend
that
next one.
someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night? My accent went all over the place.
Excuse me. Hang on. I feel like I've got hiccups.
Oh
It's
no,
like
it's like
there.
the worst possible time.
It's like there. Oh no, now it's a yawn. God's sake.
So are we boring you, darling? Are you falling asleep?
No. Sorry about that. One of the crewmen told me this morning.
God damn it!
One of the
don't believe
crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast.
The man who died, he was a friend of mine.
Oh,
That's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night?
perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking?
Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded.
You're not
You
helping.
can be quiet now. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened?
Alas, you're right.
Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me.
Oh, I see.
Friend.
So the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right?
I don't think animals... Oh, that was the wrong voice. I don't think animals are allowed on board according to the rules of passage.
No shit. We've established
Oh,
that.
please, don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious...
Then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt.
So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. Well done.
Ah, yes, well, thank you. Of course, I do strive to make myself known to all. In whatever manner I see fit, whether it be frightening the children, or telling them little stories, or even small, null truths.
Non-truth. But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it?
It's gonna be a monkey, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, it's
Something-
gonna be a
Susato
monkey.
says, her eyes shining. Maybe an adorable little rabbit.
Is it gonna be like? Is it gonna be like? It is my pet tarantula.
Ah! No!
No.
No.
Well then, open the case.
Okay. Ha! You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you?
Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then?
You may well ask. I have no idea. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken.
Chimpkin.
Really?
Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs, and when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance.
Oh.
So you'd eat your friends. I'll remember that.
Ryunosuke will remember this.
Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret, not to be revealed. Oh, dear.
She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to... Whoa now!
Hey, excuse me, pal. You only just met. Calm down. Take her on a date
There's
first.
something I should like to show her, I think.
Ew. She's 15. She's 15. You sick mofo.
Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it.
But what?
The diary?
You think so? Oh, I suppose
Yeah,
the speckled
speckled
band. Well.
Maybe she knows.
You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet?
Yes. I am traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America.
No, don't come here, pal. It's a bad idea.
I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life.
I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you.
You wish to forget? A challenging proposition when you have that striking tiara as a reminder.
But the tiara is mine. I need it to live.
Well, you marry it, why don't you?
I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet only gives us a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes. And the crew of this ship, they have all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin.
If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum.
Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo?
Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure, but...
Yeah, strange that they're all being nice to her, but then, like, she said, saying that she said that she had to disguise herself, but then they're
Yeah.
all being nice to her.
No, she had to disgust herself.
Aww.
But yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so, yeah, we'll do this one and then the speckled band, I guess. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. So brace yourself, we might be here for
This
a while.
reminds me of a puzzle. If you have a chicken, a cow, and a hen, and they must cross over the river to the other
God.
side, but the raft is only capable of bearing one at a time. How do you get all three over?
Are you all right over there, Ryunosuke? Would you like to sit?
Yes, I'm fine.
Would you like to sit down
just
for a
had-
moment?
I just had a painful flashback. Ignore me.
According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Burya stopped by no port last night.
Ah, that's it, of course.
So, how is it, pray, that you come to be aboard?
Big slingshot.
It's like,
Now that I think about it, The crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about the occupant of this cabin came aboard. When the occupant of this cabin came aboard.
Oh,
Here's
there he
Biff.
is. Stroganoff.
That is not your business. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something.
All of the ellipsis.
An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage.
Come again.
Sorry? What was that? But what was that? We'll have to find out next time because for real, we have run out of time for today.
Are you sure? Are you not fibbing?
Yes, I am not fibbing.
Hush you.
Cross my heart and hope to die.
And so yeah, if you enjoyed that, why don't you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can see more of our videos, and ring the bell so you get notified, and drop a comment down below. Like, you know, what was your favourite character, or what silly shenanigans do you hope happen next, or what do you think she meant by her previous statement, even though we now know the answer because it's written on the screen.
Don't tell them, maybe they've not noticed.
And with that, we're off ski, so we'll see you next time.
Yep. See you later, guys.
See you in the next video.
Bye.
Take care, everyone.